What's up, guys? Your boy James D. Anderson at I am JD Anderson. We are in the home office today, and in this short video, we're going to talk about value. So first things first, let's talk about value in the marketplace. So marketplace can mean basically the free market, anything where you have exchange of value, exchange of commerce, you know, the marketplace. You guys understand that. However, I want to talk about value and give you some tips of where it might help you understand a little bit more where most people are coming from, and definitely where the marketplace is coming from. So number one, you have this thing called perceived value, okay? And then number two, you have this thing called what I like to say measured value. So perceived value is just what people feel as though the value is worth of something. You know, to make it just kind of clear as day, let's say for instance you got a loving great grandmother that you knew as a child. Unfortunately, she's no longer with you and your family, but she made you this teddy bear, okay? You don't have the thing since your adult years. You plan on passing it to your children, and you hope they pass it on to their children, and you hope they pass it on to their children, right? It's a special teddy bear. In your eyes, in what you have with that teddy bear and, you know, your sentimental value really is what I like to call that perceived value. It's the value that you believe it's worth. Now, to me, because I know nothing about the teddy bear, I knew nothing about, you know, how it helped you, you know, when you were scared at night. I knew nothing about your grandmother knitting it. It's just, to me, it was an old knit teddy bear, kind of grungy, kind of dirty. To me, it has no value, but to you, it has a very high perceived value. So that thing might be priceless to you. You might not ever sell that thing. You might not ever want to get rid of it. You might always want to keep it within your family. So that has a high perceived value, but since it's based on your perception, the marketplace does not feel that way. And it doesn't have to just be personal. It can be other, you know, sectors of the marketplace that feel that sort of way. For example, people who collect classic cars. That's a big demographic of, that's a lot of individuals, especially in the United States, who like collecting classic cars. But then you have another market segment of people who are only into the electric cars and the cars of technology and the cars that are taking us to the next level in the marketplace. Then you have people that collect those types of cars. Now, to them, the classic cars, the folks who are like, you know, into your Teslas, your Faraday Futures and things like that, they care nothing about the classic cars, okay? Just follow me. They care nothing about the classic cars. So a lot of times it doesn't have much value to them. Now you have this thing called measured value. And measured value is basically what is something worth in a marketplace that can be absolutely measured. Whether it's new, whether it's used, whether it's based upon its benefit, whether it's based upon the supply and demand, it's something that can be measured, okay? So measured value might be something simply like this. You go to Best Buy, you have, say, an appliance that you know that sells on any day of the week, it sells for $1,000. You know, if they price it at $1,200, you'll say that it was overpriced, or if they price it at $800, you'll say that it was actually underpriced and it was a deal. It was well below market value. So the materials, the cost, the design, the technology, everything built within it has a certain measurable value that's pretty easy. You know, if you go online and just look up things, it's pretty easy to determine the value. For example, I'll go back to vehicles. You know, used cars and new cars have this thing called a blue book value. So it's a base marketplace value on the trim, the accessories, the condition, the mileage. All those things wrapped up into one might give you a value, and it's very easily to be measured in the marketplace. So when you talk about perceived value and measured value, how does that actually relate to your business? And many times this is where individuals, they kind of lose scope on where they're at. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, in business, there's always going to be an exchange of value. No matter how much impact, no matter what your message is, no matter what it is that you've done, no matter how good your SEO is, no matter how nice your website is, no matter how nice your business cards are, no matter how nice you look as a person, the bottom line, the marketplace is going to demand value. Now, you can use those other things that I mentioned to supplement and to have people envision what the value particularly is. For example, using your testimony, or a client using your testimony, or somebody who's used your product or service sharing their testimony. Now, their actual perceived value might be great for them because it's benefited them and solved them a problem, but it gives the marketplace a gauge to measure the actual measured value, okay? And I say that to kind of break it down like this. when you're dealing in your business, when you have things going on, you have to be competent of those two factors. Number one, what is the marketplace going to command for it, demand for it, want for it, something that can be measured? And also, two, how would it impact them on a massive scale to give them that perceived value? Stories sell and features just tell, right? Stories are what going to move people to the next level, to believe in the value, to make that choice, to want to, whether or not use your services, use your products, partner up with you, join forces with you, become a brand ambassador. Stories are what actually sell people. Features just kind of give people knowledge and tell people. And with a quick Google search, anybody can find out anything they need to with as far as the features are concerned. So you want to focus on what the story is, and the story comes with the actual perceived value, what people are saying, what has it done for them, and really what's ultimately helped them solve a problem, fix a problem, get to the next level, use the product, make their life easier. It solves some type of problem. So that's why you always see the importance of using personal testimonies to have people be interested in your product or service. That's it. That's the real reason why testimony is so important, because it builds that perceived value. And since the marketplace is selfish, right? If you did not know that, the marketplace is selfish. The marketplace is supposed to be selfish because it's a value exchange process. Since the marketplace is absolutely selfish, you have to understand that not only can the measured value have to be met, but that perceived value have to be met. And ladies and gentlemen, when you combine the two, you really supercharge the value that you present to the marketplace. And that's the greatest thing about building a business. That's the greatest thing about having a product or service that gives value. That's the greatest thing of impacting individuals. You guys are entrepreneurs, you guys are business owners, you guys are side hustlers, you got your solopreneur, whatever it is. You've heard this saying before. If you want to make thousands, impact thousands. If you want to make millions, impact millions. And then of course, if you want to impact billions, you impact billions. So you think about just the massive impact that you can have to the marketplace if not only do you meet the measured value of what you have going on, the numbers, the science behind it, technology behind it, the breakdown, the drill down, you know, all the mustard stuff, right? Not only if you meet that, but if you meet that in that perceived value, if you raise that perceived value, man, you have a winning combination in what you have there. And you guys know how we get down here on this channel. So that's your boy James D. Anderson, and I am JD Anderson. If this video has given you value, hit the thumbs up for it. If you don't care for it, hit the thumbs down. Listen, it makes no difference to me. I just want to make sure that we keep an open dialogue. So feel free to drop a comment. We can talk about it. We can kick it. I'll hang out in the comments for a little while, of course. But that's it for you guys. Your boy James D. Anderson at I am JD Anderson. Hit me up, get with me, subscribe if you want to stick around, and of course you can always hit that bell to get notified of a new video. I'll get at you guys next time on the next video, and peace.